What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XYO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 1st of May. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new month. And we are moving up. We're up about 4.5% today, 1.38 cents now. Nice maneuver here. You pumped a lot last week on Friday there. That was a nice 42% pump. I mean, you gave it back. You pumped a lot more than 42% overall, right? That was like a 95% pump. Gave a lot back. But here you are consolidating. Very nice consolidation phase here. You got overbought. Oh, come on now. Bouncing off the 60 area. That's nice to see. Getting back into the overbought zone. You look poised. You look proper to the direction that you want to go to the overbought zone here. It does look pretty damn nice as far as all that goes. Whenever we're looking at this here, you are bullishly engulfing yesterday's price action. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, we have to wait for today to confirm it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did begin moving up higher. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I would not count on this next move up to be like the last move, right? In fact, what I would count on is that you move up somewhere around this wick, just below it, just above it, wherever it is, and you form some bearish divergence. Maybe you don't even get as high as this wick. Maybe you stop at about 1.8 cents bearish divergence, and you'll continue to consolidate in this range. Now, I am expecting that you move up. I'm just not expecting that this next move up will take out this high. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? I think that you'll probably find resistance somewhere along the way. Imagine moving up here. You're gonna see a move like this. You'll have a higher high, daily closing high, but a lower high in your RSI. That would be bearish divergence, and that would give you, kind of a reason to consolidate. Beyond that, if we're looking back at the last time you were in this area, this was a very large area to consolidate from, and you're kind of at the base of this area now, finding resistance here, right? On a closing basis, on a wicking basis, kind of more toward the top, but still within the very majority of this move. I mean, all the candle bodies are encapsulated by this range here. You have some wicks to the outside, but the majority of the price action happened in this area is all I'm trying to say. So you might be consolidating in this zone that you're in now, for a little bit of time, maybe a week, maybe a couple weeks. It doesn't have to be a long amount of time. It could be that I'm wrong and that you're just moving up and you're going to see the next phase already, and you're going to go to prices that are above 2.6 cents. We'll go over that possibility too. But just looking at the daily RSI here, this tells me that you're probably coming to a point where you will consolidate for a little bit, because again, you do have an uptrend. It's a very nice established uptrend here, but uptrends do come to an end. Okay, and whenever you get this, maybe it's a higher high, maybe it's a lower high, and you stop here, whatever it is, bearish divergence or not. Whenever you get into the overbought zone on these uptrends, you tend to end your uptrend. And when that uptrend ends and you consolidate, you pull back to the 50, you pull back to the 40, you pull back to the 60, whatever it is. This will be your consolidation time, and then until you get back into the overbought zone and run again, right? So essentially all I'm saying there is one more push up, which we're getting now, however high it is it just, is it around 1.7 cents? Is it around 2 cents? Is it more than that? Time will tell, I suppose. I'm thinking something below this high is where you're going to go. Something between about 1.7 to 1.9 cents is where you're going to go. And then you'll probably consolidate and find some turbulence around here. And inevitably, as we get into further days in this month, maybe around the middle point of this month, the end of this month, then you'll really start to break out, and I think that you'll see a fantastic amount of growth in a short amount of time, much like you did here. Maybe not in one day like that, but over days or weeks even. But the daily RSI is killer. It looks really good, and it does make me think that you're going to go higher. Let's look at this on a weekly time frame real quick. I want to take the relative high to low and just see where you are. Relative high to low here. Are you right there at the golden ratio? You're right there, man. Tipped it. Barely tipped it. You just missed it. Yeah. Consolidating around the 382. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I mean, maybe you do run all the way up to your golden ratio. Maybe you do. But I wouldn't get too excited, right? Just because you go to your golden ratio, this would agree with what I was just saying, essentially. When you go to your golden ratio like this, I would expect you pull back to your 0.5 or your 382. A consolidation phase would happen afterwards. And you don't have to run to your golden ratio. You could stop at the 0.5. Go to the 382, consolidate, move back up, consolidate, whatever, and then rip, something like that. But you could go, if you were to go above this high, I think 2.2 cents, maybe even 2.5 cents is a possibility by the end of this endeavor. But that would provide some very strong readings on your daily RSI. So unless they were just wicks like this one was. All in all, though, you definitely look like you're in good shape. Whenever it is time to get away from this area, whenever you are eventually, probably by the end of this month, moving above like 2.5 cents, 2.2 cents, I would expect that we see XYO at 3 cents, 3.6 cents, or higher by the end of the month. That is the expectation. Consolidation aside, right? Consolidation considered, but put aside there. I think that we still will see prices that are above 3 cents, maybe even above 4 cents by the end of the month for XYO. So that's rather exciting. Looking at the weekly time frame here, weekly RSI, you are finding support just below the 40 here, coming back right above it. You were submerged for a second, and then you came right back up, and you look like you want nothing to do with this area here. Getting overbought, not getting oversold. You're having troubles getting oversold. That's actually a really bullish kind of circumstances right there. From a low to a high here, bouncing off the golden ratio. What you need to do to validate that you are ready to take out this high, your current high there, what you need to do is close above the 236. So on a daily time frame, that'll do. On a weekly time frame, that'll do. We want 2 days, if not 1 week, whatever, to close above here. 2.41 cents. You get to close above there, and at that point, it's not that you're validating this low. I think this low has already been validated, right? You broke out of your downtrend. It's validated, right? But what that would do at this point is validate the notion that you're taking out this high, that you're ready to see higher prices, and higher prices you will see in time. Maybe not by the end of this month of May, maybe by the end of May, but certainly in June. I would expect that XYO is at fantastically higher prices, right? Minimum target's at 7.3 cents. The next target area that I would expect to be something around like 13.8 cents. That's about a 9.3x from here. And just maybe you move all the way up to 22 cents, 27 cents, and beyond is possible. But I would think that this would be your maximum kind of expected area by the end of June, if not early July, 22.5 to 27 cents for XYO. And that's some crazy growth. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're talking about this not because it's the expectation, but because that's the maximum of what I could see happening. If there was an expectation, at least, I guess I would think something around, I would probably think something around 10 cents to 14 cents would be an appropriate expectation. But you could destroy that, man. XYO, you got some legs on you, man. You definitely could destroy that. Let's look at this with more history to it. Right? I mean, look at this. You're practically parabolic right now in shape, right? You got this nice rounded bottom coming up like this. I mean, this not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's getting you set up for a very positive move. This in a 2 month period from a low to a high, that was 856%. I would think by the end of June, you see something that's greater than that, right? So you'll probably be, I would think at least then at 10 cents, yes, around your all-time highs, if not just above your all-time highs at a minimum, right? Something that's a little bit larger. And again, the case to be made for 22 cents to 27 cents, it is still there. That just takes this move overall and it turns it into like a 30x move, you know what I mean? 30x move and beyond. So it's not that that's unlikely to happen. It's just it's less likely than a 10x move, a 15x move, something like that, right? And I would expect overall it will be a 15x move or something thereabouts. If we're looking at this from a relative high to relative low here, the minimum target is 21 cents. So in all fairness, if by the end of June or by the end of May, you're at prices above 8 cents or so, you could by the end of June see prices that are at 21 cents. But I would have to see. I think if we were to really consider 20 cents or higher to be a destination for this thing right now at this point, I would need to see you around, if not above, 5.5 cents by the end of this month of May. If you can do that by the end of May, then I think that we can talk about 21 cents a little bit more candidly. Until then, it's just a nice idea. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Don't get too excited. Don't hold your breath over it, and don't get hurt if it don't hurt your feelings if it doesn't happen. Right? From a high to a low on a more relative note here, there are expectations to stop, at about 14 cents, which would be a 9x from here, maybe right there, just above 9.5 cents at 10 cents there, which would be about a 7x, 8x from here. Anything and everything is in between is fine. 14 cents to 10 cents is the expectation at the moment, with the exception that you could stop below 8 cents, but I doubt it. With the exception that you could go to 20 cents and above, but I doubt it, at least at this point, right? My expectation is 10 cents to 14 cents when this move is over overall. So looking at this on a monthly time frame, bouncing off the 50, very positive setup here. Again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the most bullish move of the cycle so far is on its way. And I think that you'll continue in your all-time high endeavor and see higher prices. We're looking for prices that are, around $1, if not even above $1 by the end of the cycle for XYO here. And you're at about 1.4 cents. So you got a lot of growth to go. It's definitely not over here, but don't be surprised, not financial advice, don't be surprised if we do see a pump over the coming days, and perhaps what we do, between now and like the end of this week as we move up here, and then sometime next week we start to consolidate, and then maybe the following week, going into the end of the month, going into the middle of the month, we'll start to pump up again, something like that. But this next move up, I think, is happening now. I don't think that it takes us above this high. It could, it's very possible, but even if it does, we'll still consolidate. Okay, we still will consolidate, but likely you stop somewhere around here. You get a higher high here, a lower high in your RSI, bearish divergence, and then you consolidate in this area here. That's my expectation. So I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.